Hello guys, how are you doing today? Hope you're having a fantastic day. So today we'll be discussing a very important issue, in project planning and control, and it is baseline. Okay, so baseline is just like an agreed copy or a snapshot of your program in which you measure the progress of future work against. So at any point in time, your project, you can actually, compare the status of your project with your baseline to see how far you are from the baseline, which we call variance. So I've got a simple, example for us. So we'll build a project together. I will do like four scenarios, just to teach each other how to baseline the project and how to measure the variance from the baseline. Okay, so I'll jump into basics right now. We'll do it together. All right. So we have this simple project in here, this small office renovation overview of trade consulting projects. So you have the project ID, and we have the project name. So let's start with that. So let's start creating our project. So I'll create my project underneath this EPS node. So what you want to do is to copy the project name and you can paste it in there. So just click on file. I'll click on new. So I want to create a new project. I want to select the EPS where the project will be housed. Okay. So I'll just click on this. I'll select this for EPS. Click on the next one. So I'll give it the project name. Yeah. And I've got a project ID as well. So if you need this exercise file, I'll add it to the link below. So just click on it, the link below, and you get access to it and practice it yourself. Okay. So I'll click on the next one. Just put the project ID in there. Just make sure there's no space in front. Click on next. I want the project to start on the 16th of September. Okay, so I'll select 16th of September. I'll leave this most finished by dates for now. So if you are one of my students, you know why you want to leave that empty, but to affect your total float and your variances at the beginning, at the end of your project. Okay, so let's just leave it now. Let's see where we get to. So click on next. Enterprise, I'll leave it as it is. The rate, I'll leave it as it is. Then congratulations, finish creating our project. So the next thing now is start adding activities to our project. But before that, because this project now has got different WBSs, so I'll create those WBS first before I start adding the activities. But by all means, you can add the activity, then create WBS to move all the activities into their respective WBS. But now let me just create the WBS. Okay. So I'll just go to the WBS tab here. Now create all the WBS that I need. Okay, so the first one is demolition. So I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I need 8 WPS. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so you can indent all this back to the left, 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 and back to the left. Okay, I'll just paste those WPS in here. Right. I've got demolition. It's just a small project. So you can apply the same principle to whatever project you're working on. Okay. So painting, I have electrical, I have ceiling, I have plumbing, I have carpentry. All right. And the last one, completion. So now I have all my WBS created. As you can see, we don't have any activity yet. So the activity alone in our WBS is still empty. So I'll leave it as it is. So let's use for the activity tab. So click on the activity now. Then you have your activities, your WBS here. Okay. If the WBS is not aligned in here and you've aligned it properly, just go to F5 or go to file, click on refresh data, then all your data you've created will now be aligned as they should. Okay. So the next thing I would like to do now is to start creating the activities underneath each of these WBS. Okay. So I've got 3 activities on that demolition. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 1. So let me just copy and paste the activity names in there. Right. So installation. So this project I'm using 24 hours calendar. Okay. So I'll change it to 24 hours calendar in a minute now. And I'll show you how to do that. All right. So flooring is just one. Painting is one as well. Then electrical wiring, you have two activities. Electrical, we have two activities, wiring and installation of lighting fixtures. Okay. Installation of new ceiling. So that's part of ceiling WBS. Okay. Plumbing work. So I've got two activities underneath plumbing. Okay. So plumbing work and also the bathroom. The carpentry, I've got two activities. And total. And the last activity, I've got the touch-up. Okay. That's my last activity. All right. So at this point in time, I want to make sure your calendar is defined before you start adding your duration. Okay. So what I want to do now, let me just change these columns. I'll remove all these. Okay. Remove. Okay. I need my calendar actually, so I'll bring the calendar out. Okay. So I want to change my calendar to 24 hours calendar. So I'll just go back to my global here. Then you can actually fill them. Right click and save fill them. So I've changed all my calendars to 24 hours calendar. And even though some of these headings are showing the corporate standard full-time calendar, so just go to your refresh, then it will disappear. Okay. So we have our calendar here, 24 hours calendar. What I want to do now is to start adding my duration. Okay, so the first one is 2 days. Existing is 3. This is 2 as well. Then the next one is 5, 4, 5. And this is 4, 6, 3, 6. And this is 3, 4, 5, 2. So 4, and this is 5, and this is 2. Okay. Then we have the installation of kitchen cabinets. That's 3 days. It's a very aggressive program. You know. Yes, so we have 3 days for the so the last one is 2 days, yeah. Okay. So now we need to link the activities. So if you look at the file, we have the successor activity IDs. Okay. So for me to tally the successor activity ID, so let me just rename my activity ID itself. Okay. So let's go. Let's do that. So for the first one, the first one is this. Then we have 10. Second one is 10. Then we have 20. Okay, don't worry if your activity is moving back and forth. Uh, just because I'm sorting it by activity ID. That's why. So next one. Then this one is painting. Okay. This one is electrical. 10, 20, 10, and 10, 10. Okay. So I can actually paste this one and just rename it as 10. Okay. So I have ceiling work. So this is ceiling. Then I have plumbing, and I have bathroom fixtures. All right. So we have carpentry work. The first one and the second one is 10. Then I have the last activity, which is COMP 1. Okay. If you watch some of our previous video, you would see that you have different ways to link your activities together. I'll just use one of the options here. So now I've got my activities. I just need to click on this relationship tab. Then in the exercise, the column we're given is the successor column. Okay, so I want to link successor to those activities. So I'll click on this assign successor. I click on the first one. The successor is demo 1010. Okay, so this one. To just double click on it, I just click on this plus sign. Okay, and the relationship type is finish to start. So all our activities that's got finish to start have relationships. Okay, click on the next one. The next one is demo 2, 20. Then the remover is flow 1000. Okay, and the installation of new flooring is paint 1000. Paint on wall as to successor 1010 electrical works. So electrical rewiring is ceiling 1000. Then the installation of lighting fixtures is also ceiling 1000. Okay. The installation of new ceiling, that's plumbing 1000. And the next one, plumbing work, is from 1010. Then installation of bedrooms, that's carpentry 1000. Kitchen, carpentry 1010. Installation of the countertops, so that's completion 1000. And the last activity does not have any successor. So ideally in your program, you want the first activity to not have a predecessor, and the last activity should not have a successor. So in this case now, all our activities have either a predecessor or successor, except the first and the last activity in this program. Okay. So next thing you need to do now is to schedule your program. Okay, to see what is start and finish date. So click on schedule and you know schedule your program. So this is what I have. So for all these work activities, the critical parts, we only have one activity that has the floats. Okay. And as you can see, that activity has got 3 days of total floats. If you want to see the free floats, just go to columns again, go to your duration, then bring out your free float. I don't need my calendar, so let me just get rid of it, click on apply and hit on OK. So every other activity in this program as well, 0 free float and 0 total float, except for this installation of lighting fixtures that has 3 days of free float and 3 days of total float. Okay, so let's say this program, this program will be agreed by all parties, and that's what we're going to use to measure the progress of work against. Okay, so what you need to do now is to baseline this program. Just take a snapshot of the program, so we'll freeze it, so to say. Okay, and to do that, what do we need to do? So just go to your projects, go to maintain baseline. Okay, go to maintain baseline, then click on hard. Then when you click on hard, you have 2 options here. The first option says save a copy of the current project as a new baseline. So we'll take that's what we're planning to do now. I want to freeze this current project. Okay, don't forget, if your project needs you to add resources, costs, everything into that program, make sure that's done before you take the baseline. Okay. So now, or we have another option that says, convert another project as a baseline of this current project. Okay. So if you have another project that you need to attach this for you, that's when you choose that option. So probably in the future video, I'll show you how to use that option in physics. Okay. So in this case now, let's just select the first option and press OK. So this time we'll run a copy of that program. And as you can see here, you have a copy of the current program. Okay. So now I've got a copy. I'll just close in here. Then I'll click on project, assign baseline. Then I'll assign the baseline. So you have 3 options here. You say that you assign the baseline on the first one, which is called the project baseline, or you can assign it on the second one, which is the here you have the user baselines. Okay, and under user baseline, you have 3 baselines fields. You have the primary baseline, which is called BL1, and you have secondary baseline, which is BL2, and you have the tertiary baseline, which is BL3. Okay, so BL1, BL2, BL3. This one is BL project. Okay, so you can either say your project wherever you want it to be. The only thing that matters is when you already the value for that baseline, you need to open the right column. I'll show you what I mean in a minute now. So let's close this. Let me clean this off. Now close it. Okay, before I close it, let me just attach my baseline to this. So I've attached the baseline to the project baseline. So I just click on OK. So now my project baseline field, let's start off my baseline data. Okay, so I'll just right click in here and go to column and go to dates. So BL starts, I'll bring it out and BL finish, Then I'll go to my duration, I'll bring out my variance, finish date. For now, I don't need my total for free float. I know the app that has float already, so I'll get rid of those two fields. Apply. Okay. So what do we have here? So I don't want to see the time for now. So let's just get rid of the time. So you go to edit, user preferences, go to the second option that says date, and click on do not show time. Okay, and close. They can double click in between to justify all these columns properly. Just make it neat and tidy. Okay, so what you want to do now, or what this is telling us here, is that the baseline we created is saved in this field. Okay, so the start date of the project as of when we created the baseline is here, the finish date is here. All right, and at the moment, because the program has not started, so there's no variance. Okay, so the variance is 0. And if you want to make sure that you've got the right bars also on this side, so right click and go to bars. So when you click on bars, so make sure you've selected the project baseline. So in this case now, I'm using the primary baseline. But the most important thing here is to make sure that your time scale is set as the project baseline bar, because that's where my data is reading from. So I can just change this one to project baseline. Okay, so you can change the color, and the size of the shape, and the pattern. Then you can change the row as well. You can have the maximum number of 3 rows here. So I want it to be on the second row to make life easier for us. Just click on OK or just click on apply. So my yellow bars in here, as you can see, it looks like a carbon copy of this program. So that's my baseline. Okay. And the one at the top is my, the activities for this program. And don't forget, all the red activities are critical activities. And the green one is activity that's not critical. It has some floats in there. So 3 days of free float of total. So now we've created a baseline. So now we need to start, answering the scenario questions. Okay. So we're a project planner. So the first scenario involves a delay in the electrical wiring activity. So activity elect 1000. Okay. So instead of the planned 6-day duration, the wiring will take uh, up to 8 days. Okay. Due to an unforeseen complication such as encountering outdated or damaged wiring, you as a planner now need to assess how this extended duration will affect the overall project schedule. So what you want to do here is to create a baseline. Okay. Once you create a baseline, then impact the program with this date delay that you're forecasting, then see what the impact will be in the program. So if you want this file, I will attach it in the link. There'll be a link below that you can actually click and get access to this file. Then we'll populate this section. Okay. So you need to populate what the original date was, the new date, and the delay dates. All right. So you can send that to me if you want, and I will review it. I will happy to review it for you. So because I've created the baseline now, I cannot impact this program with the delay. So let's look at it again. So initially, so the elect 1000, the duration is 6 days. But now we're envisaging that spot play is going to be 8 days. So what do I just need to do is to change this duration to 8 days. So this is one of the ways you can actually create an activity, represent that activity as a delay and link it to the previous activity. But we'll do that in the next future videos. Okay. I'll just do it in a quick and dirty way. So I'll just increase the duration to 8 days, then schedule the program, schedule. Now I see that my program has moved out by minus 2 days, by 2 days. Okay, so the program is delayed by 2 days because of the impact of that delay. So that's fine. So that's the results. You just need to populate it in the file to know what the start date was. As you can see here, according to the baseline, the start date we had was 16th of September, and this program is going to finish on the 26th of October. But because of that delay, we are starting on the 16th of September and we're finishing on the 28th of October. So that's the 2 days variance. Initially, if you can see that the duration of this program was 40 days and now it's 42. If you want to bring out the column for the duration, the baseline duration, and just put duration here and click on the BL project duration. Okay. So I'll bring it up here. I'll click on apply and I'll click on OK. So as you can see here, the baseline duration was 40 days. All right. Okay, so the baseline dates, so let's just put the baseline dates in here. So let's just do it properly. So original end dates, so that's the 26th of October. So let's change this date to 26th of October, 2024. All right. And the new dates now, initially, based because you have a baseline, the original duration of the new date will be the same thing. Okay. And the duration and the delay will be zero. So in this case now, we have a new date. So original duration was 20 this date, but now the new duration is 28th of October. As you can see, 28th of October. That's when our project is finishing. All right. So and the delay will be what 2 days. But the delay is 2 days. So we need to, sorry, it's raining outside. So the next one is the acceleration on flooring. So now you can continue, but before you continue, you can make a decision either to create a copy of this program and use that copy to do the next delay analysis scenario. Okay. But then what I'll do, I'll just create a copy of this program as a baseline because we're discussing baseline today. So uh, use it as a baseline. So I'll click on projects again, click on maintain baseline. So I just want to create another baseline. Add at this point in time. So take a copy of the program. So this second one is my second baseline close. So now I'll go back to project, assign baseline. Then now I want to assign the second baseline to this project. Okay, as you can see, there will not be any variance in this activity GANs. All right. So the next thing I want to do now is to impact my program with the second delay. Okay. So let's impact the program with the second delay. So if you look at the second scenario, so accelerated of flooring. So this flooring, we think we can actually complete it faster than what we expected. So instead of 3 days, so I think we can complete it in 3 days instead of 5 days in the program. So the activity is flooring 1000. So where's my flooring 1000? So this activity. So instead of 5 days, we think we can complete in 3 days. All you just need to do again is to change the duration. 3 days and schedule your program. So when we schedule our program now, you see that our variance now is no longer negative, but it's now positive value. So we came back to where we started from. Initially the baseline duration was 40 days, 40 days, and now when we impacted the first delay, it went out to 42. And now we are saving 2 days to the program from 3 days, from 5 days to 3 days. So we brought it back again. We're now back to square one. But as you can see, the baseline before, impacted this program with this new optimization, the gas is showing that we're going to finish on the 28th of October. But now, because of the improvements in the program, we're now finishing on the 26th of October. Okay, so we need to record the information as well. So initially the end dates for this program before we impacted it with the acceleration was 20, but now it's changed to 26. Okay, so I think I'll just highlight this one as red because it's negative. So you're delaying the program by 2 days, but now I'll change this to 2 days, and it's positive, yeah, to this. So let's change the color to maybe green, right? Because it's positive, green. So let's try the third one. So in the third one here, so before you do the third one as well, don't forget to take a copy of the program, or you can create a baseline. So I'll just create a baseline now. So just go back to project, maintain baseline, and you click on hard, save a copy of the project as a baseline. So that's my third one. Then go back to project, assign the baseline. All right. Assign this third baseline, assign it to it, and click on OK. So you see all the Gants are now aligned again because we are freezing the current state of the project. That's what we're doing. Okay. So that's what we're doing now. So if you look at the third exercise, um, the third scenario says activity plum 1000. There's unforeseen issues such as need for special permit or unexpected complications will result in a 2 days delay before starting the installation of bathroom fixtures. So what I want to do now, yeah, so you're going to determine the gap that this might affect. Okay, so 2 days delay for this activity from 1,000. All right. So from 1,000, we need to delay the activity by 2 days. So because we've created the baseline already, so what you just need to do is to change the duration to 7 because we're going to delay it by 2 days more. So that'll be 7. Just schedule your program and you see now that's back to -2. So if it's more than that duration, that's how you do it also in the program. So we'll come back to square one now. So going back to that 28 days. So initially, before we imparted the program, it was 26th of October, and now it's actually 28th of October. So in this case now it's a negative variance, negative 2 days. Uh, it's just coincidental that everything is 2 days in this case, but in some cases it will be more than 2 days. Okay. We have another scenario. So let me just insert a new line below. Okay. So the scenario here is the fourth one. So in this scenario, the electrical 110, okay, could face delay. This will impact the program. We plan to do it in 3 days, but now it can be extended to 5 days. Okay. So if it's extended to 5 days, what do we do? Okay. What will be the impact to our program? So let's look for the activity first. The activity is this activity, and the duration was 3 days, and we think it might be extended to 5 days. Do you think there will be any impact to the program? Just think about it. Think about it. Is the activity on the critical part, or is it not? Okay. So let's change it to before you do that, don't forget, create a baseline, maintain baseline. Now be the fourth baseline. Go to maintain baseline, then click on add baseline. All right. So add the baseline. So you copy the current project to the baseline, close, and assign the baseline to your projects. This last one, I'll click on OK. Okay, so everything is back to square one. It's mimicking what you have in your current project. So you now need to change this duration to 5 days and schedule your program. So in this case now, I'll schedule the program. Although the activity duration has changed, the variance on that activity has changed, but you can guess what's happening. My variance is not changing. Why is that? Just think about it. Why is that? That's because this activity is actually on a critical part. Okay, so let's record that here. So that delay. So the initial duration was 28th of October, and the final duration was 28th of October, and 0 days. Okay, so let's just change this color to green, right? Because it doesn't have any impact in the program. But let's go back in there and see what the free float and total float is now saying. So free floats and total float apply. Okay. So now as you can see, the total float is 3 days and the free float is 3 days. So now because we've the program has been impacted and that activity is on the critical it's not on the critical part. It has a 3 days of float. Now initially in November it has 3 days, but the activity before this activity has got the duration was different, so that's the duration to 8 days. So that's why we see how 3 days in the, as a delay or as a total float and full float in the program. So what I'm just trying to tell you here is that when you impact the program with a delay that you're probably envisaging or a delay that's actually happening in the program, if the activity is not on the critical part, it will have any impact. And if the activity is on the critical part, it will have an impact. Don't forget your free float is the duration of time you can delay an activity without delaying next activity. When the total float is the duration of time you can delay an activity without delaying the project end date. And your critical part is the longest part in the program. As you can see, it's our longest part. So I can actually right click on here, go to columns and go to general. Then you can actually bring your critical part here and you can bring the longest part here. Okay. As you will see here, all the activities that are critical are also on the longest part as well. Okay. So your critical part is the longest part in the program or the shortest duration you can complete your project. If you delay any activity on the critical part, it will delay your project end date. I hope this is clear. If you have any questions, please drop it in the comment section below. And if you want this file to practice with, The link is down below as well. Just click on that link. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel if you like what we're doing. I can forward it to friends that you think will also benefit from what we discussed today.